That's right, it's coming up to Christmas, which means it's a time for miracles. And today I'm going to demonstrate the effects of Miracle Boat Cleaner. Yeah, hello, it's Joe here for Joyrider TV. And today I'm going to take this quite dirty Hobie Tiger and make it clean. Because our boats sit on moorings for a reasonable amount of time, it means they pick up an oily residue from the water, which leaves this kind of brown colour on the hull. Let's take a closer look. So you can see there's this browning on the hull, which is caused by that oily residue in the water. So to get rid of that using traditional methods is very difficult. It would take days of scrubbing. So what we're going to do is use Miracle Boat Cleaner, which is actually Greek toilet cleaner. The active ingredient in this is some kind of acid. The type of acid, hopefully if I do the research, will pop up on the screen now, and it says it's got 16% of that type of stuff. Drastico, whatever that is. It's pretty drastic. And as you can see on the label here, it whitens basin sinks, tiles, washstands, bathrooms, and Hobie Tiger hulls, which seems ideal for this. So we're going to be using that. We've got a cat there. We're going to get the cat into a safe area before we start squirting this acid around. Other things that we're going to need, because we're working with this acid, we're going to need rubber gloves, because if you get this on your skin, especially the fingernails, it stings a lot. I'm going to use a scrubby sponge type fella for the application, and I've got the hose pipe, which will help with the cat as well, I should think. So here we go. Let's charge on and see how this works. So I'm just going to turn the water on. Oh yeah, and of course, very important to wear the safety glasses, which I've generally got on these days, because eye protection is very important. These, incidentally, if you're after a new pair of sunnies, these are Dirty Dog axles. I've always worn Dirty Dog sunglasses. I used to sell them out here in Greece, actually, and they're very durable, and they're light, they're not too expensive. If you want to get yourself a pair of axles, check out the link in the description below, and you can buy some from my Amazon store. Thank you. That would help me out. If you want some glasses, that is. Okay, so before we start squirting the acid around, we're just going to wet the hull. I'm just going to do one hull here, so then you'll be able to see the difference afterwards, because I'm not sure if on the camera it really shows up how brown this hull is, but then if we have the two next to each other afterwards, then you'll see the difference. Okay, so just getting the hull wet first. This will just help to dilute the Miracle Boat Cleaner, so we're not using too much. All right. There we go. I'll just turn that off. All right, so here we go. So sponge in one hand, Miracle Boat Cleaner in the other one. One pot of this should do 2 or 3 hulls. I think 2 hulls if they're really bad. All right, so here we go. Let's get involved. Starting at the back. Whoa. And we're not actually scrubbing. We're just making sure that every bit of the hull has had contact Here we go. I think you can really see how brown this kind of keel line is on here. So I'm just making sure that the Miracle Boat Cleaner has had a go on every bit of the hull. I forgot to do the transoms. It's not the first time. We'll do that in a minute. You can also, of course, use this on your rudder blades. Very nice. Well, we'll see how it gets on with these brown stripes. This is where the boat's had a bit of rope on it for a couple of weeks. There we go. So before we started using the Miracle Boat Cleaner, we were using boracic acid, which I don't know much about these things. That did a similar job, so perhaps the active ingredient in here is the same stuff. Who knows? I'm sure that out there are people who know about these things more than I do. I just know that this works. Now, if you've got printed stickers on your boat, don't use it on the printed stickers, because the printed sticker will not do well. It will become what used to be a printed sticker and what has become a mess. So don't put it on your printed sticker. But on these cut vinyl stickers, which incidentally there'll be some Total Joyrider cut vinyl stickers, Joyrider TV cut vinyl stickers coming very soon. You'll be able to find those in the online store. Climbing aboard. Cut vinyl Joyrider TV stickers. What more could you want? I don't know. So just making sure that this stuff has really been wiped over the whole hull. The Hobie Tiger, of course, is one of the first Formula 18 catamarans, and still an absolutely fantastic ride if you're lucky enough to get a go on one. You can pick them up fairly cheap now as well. Bit more durable perhaps than the more modern Formula 18 catamarans, but the performance around the race course wouldn't be quite as good as on a modern Formula 18, but still you'll have a great time with a Hobie Tiger. What a nice boat. We've had Hobie Tigers here at Wildwind since the Hobie Tiger came out in '96, and it's always been a popular choice. Double trapeze, dagger boards, spinnaker, grin on the face. Definitely a double-handed boat though. You can sail single-handed, but it doesn't feel right to me to sail a boat like this single-handed, although it's quite manageable and you'll get the hull in the air fairly early because of the power. Just doing the transoms, by the way. Alright, so we've pretty much done there. So that might have started acting already. I think you can already see a colour difference between the hull we've just done and the hull next door. So I'm just going to leave that for, let's say, 5 minutes for the acid to really do its work, and then we can hose it off, and then that'll be that hull done. Just while the acid's working, just to complete the cleanup, what I would generally use for black marks, common cause of black marks is if your trolley, if the wheel has rubbed up against the hull, we haven't actually got any of those black marks available just now. If your wheels have been rubbing against the hull, you'll get a black mark. To get things like that off, you can use a little bit of what used to be called Jif, which was called Sif as well, which is called Handy Andy, which is like a cream cleaner which you use for your bathroom. That really gets rid of those black marks nicely. For any tape or sticker residue that has been left behind, like there's been some tape on here, we'll have to get the degreaser out, or some WD-40 to get rid of those tape kind of marks. And then we'll be left with quite a nice clean hull, so that then once the hull's clean, then Marco, who does our fiberglass repairs, will be able to just patch up any little holes. But he wouldn't want to do that before the hull's clean, because if the hull was still dirty, then there'd be like rings of dirtiness around the repairs. Perhaps in the new year we might even have some of these fiberglass gel coat repair tutorial videos coming on Joyrider TV. So if you're not yet subscribed, I think you should subscribe. Okay, so we'll switch to roving. Getting on board. Hi. So yeah, it started to get whiter. Here's a bit of a tape mark here, which we'll get off with some WD-40. Yeah, so she's not looking too bad. And then if we have a look at this hole next door as a direct comparison, yeah, you can see there is quite clearly a difference there. What have we got here? Is this a bit that I've missed? Could be a bit that I've missed. So I'm going to get back involved there. And then this green stuff is just disintegrated scrubber, because this acid does disintegrate the scrubbers. All right, so I'm going to reinstall this, get back in with me sponge. Yeah, that's the state of the sponge after doing one. She's not looking too sweet. Is that a bit missed? A bit more isn't gonna hurt. As long as we rinse it all out off within about, I don't know, 10 minutes of starting. I've never actually left this on for more than 15 minutes, but we've never had to, because it always does the job so nicely in that short time. All right, so there we go. She is looking good. So I'll just give it a couple of minutes, check the transom. Have I missed anything there? No, transom's looking good. Yeah, so there she is. That is definitely looking whiter than the hull next door, which was the same colour when we started. So I think that is a result. Okay, so there we go. That is the Miracle Boat Cleaner. Hold on. Here's the pot ready for worldwide distribution and domination. In fact, however, I don't think that the postal services would be too happy about shipping this stuff out of Greece. They might think it's something quite dodgy. But there it is, the Miracle Boat Cleaner, doing a great job there. Okay, so I'm going to turn the water back on, rinse that hull off. Just get these bits of sponge off with the hand. Nice, nice, nice. Here we go. While I'm here, it does look Right, I've got a few more holes to do, so I'm just going to blast through these ones now as well, seeing as we've started. If you've been watching Show Us Your Cat, you may know about the feature, how do you get yours there? Well, I think you may have guessed. This is how I get mine here on this dirty great big trailer. We can get 5 holes on each level, which, if my calculations are correct, that's 15 holes. So what we probably do is 14 holes, put masts down the middle at the top, which that is 7 boats we can get on this trailer. That's pretty good going. 7 boats. How do you get yours there? One thing that I would add, now that I've been doing this for a little bit, is make sure, if you are using something like this, do it in a well ventilated area, because this stuff is pungent. Perhaps even wear a face mask, because it does occasionally get up the nose, and it is like the strongest mustard going up your nose, or salt and vinegar crisps, something like that. Pungent, that's what it is. All right, cracking on, we're getting there, we're over halfway. Okay, so that's 3 1/4 hulls, 1 bottle. That's pretty good. I think if you had Hobie 16s, that would easily 1 bottle, 2 Hobie 16s. Nice. Okay, so there we go. That's all of the boats have had the treatment. Whew. Whew. God, it's getting a bit steamy there. Yeah, quite unpleasant, really. Just gonna get the. I'm gonna get the water on. Oh no, a dog! Oh, dog! God! Oh no, 2 dogs. That wasn't like, oh no, a dog. It's gonna get me. It was more like, oh no, a dog. What if it? I think a dog getting hold of the acid would be bad. These are puppies, and it would be a sad day if a puppy got hold of the acid. So there we go. So just rinsing now, and I'm now also on dog watch, as well as rinsing the hulls. Rinsing the arms brings a bit of relief. They've started getting that itchy acid feeling. You could argue a short sleeve t-shirt isn't the right outfit for this, or flip-flops, bikini, something like that. Ooh. Fending off the dogs. Right, so there we go. That's 4 hulls clean, ready for just a little bit of Jif Sif handy Andy to get rid of any black marks, and then any repairs, and then after that some polishing with some cutting paste to get rid of any little scratches. These boats have seen some action, so there are a few scratches on these. And then we'll put them back together in April, get them back on the water. Magic for another season of full power blasting in Vasiliki Bay. So there we go. I hope this has been as much fun for you as it has been for me. To be honest, it hasn't been that much fun for me, but I hope it has been informative, and I will take a look out there on Amazon and see if I can find an equivalent of this mirror. Oh my goodness, she's suffered this miracle boat cleaner stateside and get it on the Amazon. I'll put a link below if I can find something similar if you are suffering from brown stuff on your boat. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time with some more from Joyrider TV.